Hello everyone. So today we are going to talk about adding of two complex numbers. For example, what is complex number? Complex number is a number which can be represented in this form a plus bi, where a is the real part and b is the imaginary part. Okay. So here we are given two complex numbers a plus bi and another is c plus di. And what we need to do is we need to add both of these complex numbers. So how we'll add this? We'll take the real part from the first number and the real part from the second number and add both of them. And then what we're doing is we're adding the imaginary part from both number separately. For example, here we are adding b plus d. Okay. So here is a practical example in which we are adding, we are given to number a 1 plus 2i and 3 plus 4i, and we need to find the addition of these complex numbers. So the solution will be 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 4i. So what will be the solution? 4 plus 6i. Okay. So now what you can do is you can pause the video and try to write the code by yourself. So here is the solution for the problem. So first of all, we are making a structure in which we are declaring two variables. First is the real part and second is an imaginary part. Okay. So here we are declaring a complex number or three numbers basically, n1 and n2 for taking the input and n3 for storing the values of addition of n1 and n2. So here we are taking the values both real part and the imaginary part separately. So here we are dealing this is the real part, this is the imaginary, this is real part and this is imaginary. Okay. Now we are adding, so in n3 is real, we are storing n1 real plus n2 real part. So in n3 what will be added is 8 plus 1. Now in imaginary part of n3 we are adding n1's imaginary part and n2's imaginary part, which means we are adding 2 and 9. Okay. And then at the end we are just printing the n3's real part and n3's imaginary part. Okay. So let us try to run this code. So when we run, we'll be getting 9 plus 11i. Okay. So when we try to give some other input, for example 8, so it will be 9 plus 10i. Okay. So I hope you got how we can use structure for adding two complex numbers. We'll meet in the next video with another interesting problem.